Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. And man, we light up in here today, man. So I'm gonna wait for a second for everybody to get in the house. Then we gonna get to what we getting to. You know what I'm saying? Now, for everybody who is here, man, for the a few folks who did show up early this Saturday morning, make sure you hit that like button, man, so we can spread this out and we can make sure everybody know we going live, man, because it's about to be on. Now in the chat, let me know if you hear the sound. Everything on the sound is good. And we just gonna parlay for a second here, man. Appreciate everybody who's showing up. This is way out of schedule, but you know, I like to do these lives, man. It's a feeling thing, you know what I mean? Couple of things in hip hop I want to talk about, and those being the first one being Boosie. I want to talk about the Boosie situation. Then I want to talk about Meek Mill and his album. Yo, what up? What up in the chat? What up? Then I want to talk about NBA, after that, we're going to talk about Lil Durk. We're going to do our Lil Durk update, and then we're going to do our NBA Youngboy update, man, just to talk about NBA Youngboy a bit to close this thing out. Now, as you're getting in here and everybody coming in here, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you shout out your city in the chat, man. Now, as I get situated, what's up, Atlanta? What up, Atlanta? What up, man? What's up? I see Atlanta in the building. Who else we got in the building, man? I see people coming in here. Don't be afraid. Go ahead, shout out your city in that chat so we can talk about this, man. Can y'all hear me loud and clear? If you can't, let me know. I know this is a little impromptu, and I like the little pin for Atlanta, just letting me know this is when you know what I mean? Where you're from. That's what's up. That's what's up. Looks like everybody hitting that like button, run them likes up. Lexington to Kentucky in the house. What up, Lexington, Kentucky? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, man. Shout out your city in the chat. Belize in here, man. What up, Belize? Oklahoma in the building. My honest opinion is, okay, man. Everybody's got their own opinion. That's what's up. Houston in the building. What up? As y'all come in here, make sure y'all hit that like button. We gonna run these likes up, man. Houston, what up? What up? What up, Houston? Little Rock, Arkansas in the building. What's up? What's up? St. Louis in the house. You know what I mean? St. Lulu. I see you. I see you in the house, man. Everybody hear me loud and clear? Allen, PA, man. You in the house. Allentown, Pennsylvania. My bad. Allentown. Jackson, Mississippi in the building early this morning. Make sure y'all run them likes up. We about to get it in, man. We got 4 different topics to talk about, but I'm still going to crunch it down to about an hour and a half, man. We ain't going to do nothing more than that. You know what I'm saying? New York City in the building. What up, BX? BX in the building. Nashville with the pin drop, with the push pin. I see you. Nashville in the building. Shreveport, Louisiana. What's up? Free Talk with NBA Youngboy. That's going to be our last update. We're going to talk about NBA Youngboy. What's up, Dallas, Texas? And peace and blessings to y'all too, man. St. Kitts in the building, Nashville in the building, Cleveland, Ohio, the 216 in the building. I see you, Nashville. Free Top. Yeah, we're going to talk about NBA Youngboy. You know what I mean? All right, we got Duval in the building, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. That's what's up. Jackson, Mississippi, Louisville, Kentucky. My bad. Shark City, Norfolk, Virginia in this. You know what I mean? I see you. Shark City. I ain't know that was a nickname for Norfolk, Virginia. So I'm going to be calling y'all Shark City from here on out. We got the DMV in the building. We got Annapolis in the building. Make sure y'all, as y'all come in here, run them likes up. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that like button. We got Dayton, Florida in the building. Daytona, Florida. My bad. Oklahoma in here. Richmond, Virginia. Philly, PA. We got Philly in the house. What's up, Philly, man? The city of brotherly love or the city of brotherly guns. I don't know. St. Louis in the building. London in the building. What's up, London? What up? Yeah, man. From across the pond, they say. Michigan in the building. We got Greenville, Mississippi in the building. The 314 in the building. Mississippi. Atlanta, GA. What's happening? What's up? Brooklyn up in here, Mobile, Alabama. What's up, South Africa? From all the way across overseas. Make sure y'all run them likes up, man. Oklahoma again. We got Knoxville, Tennessee. More Oklahoma. Oklahoma City, my bad. OKC. Let me get it right. Lancaster, Greenville, Mississippi, Columbus, Georgia, Dallas, Texas, Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay, man. What's up? Free Top, free NBA Youngboy. Dallas, Texas. What up? What up? Like the video, y'all. Yeah, run them likes up, man. Let's run them likes up. Let's get this out there. You know what I mean? 4K Trey in the building. We going to be doing the NBA Youngboy update last. First, we going to get into Boosie, though. We going to talk about Boosie. All right, Free Top, Staten Island. What's up? New Wu-Tang in the building. What's up? Whitcomb Court County, or Whitcomb Court, Virginia. I ain't never heard of that, man, but it's a new one. You know, somebody don't like Durk. We're going to talk about Durk. Durk's our third topic. We're going to talk heavy on Durk, man. All right, we got Finland here, man. I can't pronounce that. Helsinki, Finland. We got Savannah in the building, man. Greensboro, North Carolina in the building. I know some folks out there, you know what I mean? Free Top, what up, what up? OTF, Barbados in the building. What's up, what's up? We here early this morning, man. We about to get it in, you know what I mean? 4K Trey, somebody claiming that 4K Trey in the building. That's what's up. Free Top, yep. NBA Youngboy, we going to talk about that. Louisiana in the building. All right, man, we doing all these shout outs. What's up, Brooklyn? Let's make it. Let's do what we supposed to do. Everybody, make sure you hit that like button. Let me know if you don't hear me loud and clear, because I want y'all to get this message, and I want to make sure there ain't no echo and it ain't sounding crazy for y'all. You know what I mean? Now, with that, man, let's get to what we get to, and let's do this. Oh, okay. Now we here, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. This your boy, Big Man. You already know what it is, man, so let's get right to it. So today we're going to be talking about 4 different people, man, and we're going to kick it off today by talking about Boosie. Then we're going to talk about Meek Mill, and is his album really a flop? I mean, I don't know, man. Y'all tell me if y'all think it's a flop. We're going to get to that, though, and we're going to talk about some other things about Meek Mill's album and the reason why I think his album just didn't do that good, as, you know, if you compare it to like championships, right? Then we're going to talk about Lil Durk and this paperwork situation, man, and his recent posting of all these plaques, Lil Durk going up, you know what I'm saying? And then we're going to talk about NBA Youngboy to top it all off and to call this a show, you know what I mean? So for NBA Youngboy, you know, we got his case, you know, that he's got going on. Not many updates there, but really what we're going to be focusing on is his album going #1 while he's in jail. He's one of the only people to ever do that. And we're going to talk about the fact that, you know, he's got a couple of things on the horizon, man. We're going to talk about some other things that he's got going on, like this petition. And I know you guys seen that. Now, before we get to all that, man, let me go ahead and finish shouting out a couple more of these cities. What's up? Annapolis, Maryland in the building. What up? Run them likes up. Everybody in here, run them likes up. We need 200 likes, man. Y'all already know what it is. Miami in the building. South Cackalack in the building. That's South Carolina for some of y'all who don't know. 4K Trey, stand up. What's up? Free Top. Yep. Free to bang, man. Yo, I mess with both sides. Don't call me out, but I mess with both. Fredo Bang and NBA Youngboy. I like TBG and I like 4K Trey, man. I'm one of them. You know, I'm in the middle. Only the Family, OTF, what's up? Free Honeycomb Brazy, somebody from Mobile or a fan in the house, I feel you. NBA Youngboy new album, yeah, he went up, man. He did his thing. Houston in the building, I see y'all. All right, man, so let's get to the show, man. Let's do the thing, man. So let's start off by talking about Boosie, man. So we're going to talk about Boosie, man. Now, Boosie, this has been a complicated situation with Boosie, right? Because, dude, literally, man, he goes from having one blessing to something bad happening. And we all know what's been taking place lately. First, he dropped his movie, man. Boosie dropped his movie, and it seemed like social media was moving on that, you know? And he was headlining on this Legends of the Streets tour. Now, the Legends of the Streets tour is a tour that involves a lot of rappers from the past, man, who are pretty much, you know, solidified in rap. You got Rick Ross, you got Fabulous, you even got Lil Kim and Trina jumping on some shows, you got Jeezy, you got cats like that. You're dudes who have been in the game a long time and really racked up some platinum hits and platinum plaques, right? Well, it looks like Boosie actually got kicked off the show because of a little incident that took place. Now, for those of you who need some reminding and don't remember, let's go back to let's look at the story that kicked off everybody knowing about this. And it was actually a write-up from TMZ. That's my NBA Youngboy story we're going to be talking about a little bit. Now, This is the story that kicked it all off right here, man, where TMZ basically talked about the fight that Boosie had, man. They put it out there that Boosie had gotten into a fight at a show, and it was at the Legends of the Streets tour, right? Now, since then, there's been a fallout. You know, you're talking about the fact that Boosie might be facing some type of criminal charges because the Atlanta Police Department, they responded to the call, and the person who's in control of the arena, not the promoter, the person who's actually in control of the arena, says that, you know, stuff was vandalized during the whole melee. And they had pictures like this of Boosie or whatnot all over the place, where you could see it looked like Boosie was throwing them things. I was like, man, Boosie out here throwing them things. I was surprised, man. But I don't know for sure if that was Boosie or just his security guard or what happened. Now, I made this point in my video that I talked about this, right? I said that, okay, if it's a situation where Boosie had to defend himself because somebody was coming on stage, whose fault is that? Is that Boosie's fault? No. That's the responsibility of whoever's in charge of the security. The person who's in charge of the security should be the one who makes sure that every act on that bill is protected. Nobody's running up to the stage. Nobody should be able to even get near Boosie. So if he's in the act of having to fight somebody while he's on stage because they're on stage, something went wrong in the program. You know what I mean? And you can't really blame all that on Boosie. Something actually went wrong with what was going down with the show. Now, Boosie for sure is responsible for his own actions. We ain't gonna cover up nothing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna tread lightly on none of that. But yeah, he got a lot to lose. But man, at one point you gotta have the right to protect yourself. And if that's the case, that's the case. Now, all that was going on behind the scenes where Boosie was, you know, allegedly swinging on dudes and it was going down like that, you know what I mean? I don't know about all that. That goes beyond protecting yourself. But if somebody is coming up to the stage and Boosie is throwing the things with them, they go to the fisticuffs, the 1 and 2s, that person was too close to begin with, is my opinion. You know what I mean? Now, Boosie, man, he came out and he had to make a statement, or he didn't make a statement. He pretty much talked about the rumors about him being kicked off the tour, right? Now, the first thing that he put out there was a video letting us know about the Baltimore situation. And that was the first time of him talking about it. But he also made a statement about the Greensboro, North Carolina show that he missed. Now, in the picture, in the statement, he said this, and we're gonna actually go to the video on social media where it talks about Boosie and what he said as far as, you know, him being kicked off the Baltimore show. Because he put it plain and simple. He said that, man, you know, he'd be at the after party, but like I said, man, when it comes to Boosie, it seems like it comes with one blessing and then one bad thing. And let's look at that. I want y'all to check this out on the screen. My bad. There you go. I'm going to let it loop one more time for y'all. All right, that's enough of that. But you can hear from Boosie's own mouth in that video that, yeah, man, he was getting kicked off the tour dates. And he even put up a picture of the outside of the venue where they were basically saying that Boosie wasn't going to be on the show. And, hey, if you wanted to be at the show to see Boosie, you could get a refund on your tickets. Now, Boosie also said that they put that on the backside of the other venue. So if you did come to see Boosie, you probably wouldn't find out until you showed up to the show, which is kind of a snake move. But with that came another headline, man. You would think that it would be a done deal with that, right? But after that, Boosie had another situation where there was allegedly somebody who got shot at the show, man, at his Baltimore after party. So while he was in Baltimore, he said, forget it. I'm gonna get me a bag. I'm gonna go to this after party, because that's what artists do, man. Most times they double book like that. They'll have the concert that they have, then they'll have their individual after party. And at Boosie's after party, somebody got shot. Now, there's rumors about it being another rapper. I haven't seen anything that has solidified that. You know what I mean? And those people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. So I don't know if that. Oh man, y'all couldn't hear? Y'all couldn't hear the Boosie? Oh man, my bad. I thought y'all got all that, man. My bad. Yo, man, my bad. Can y'all hear me? I'm checking y'all. I'm checking the chat right now. Ah, okay. No doubt, man. Let's see. And I'll run it back for y'all just in case, man. Just in case. And we'll see if we can clean that up. But man, besides that, man, besides the video, man, because besides that video, let's talk about the fact that, or keep on the fact that Boosie, man, after the after party, or excuse me, at the after party, during the after party, I should say, there was a shooting. Now let's actually look at that headline. And my bad for that video for y'all, man. Meant to make sure that sound was up. Sorry about that. But man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this right here. All right. Now, in this other story, man, from that same night, there was a situation where Boosie pretty much had his after party, like I was saying, and then there was a shooting, right? Now, he was at a nightclub in Baltimore, and you could tell that from whatever's going on, that, after that Boosie was, he was basically, my bad, dog. I see the chat, man. I see y'all in the chat. Okay, cool. All right, man. Thanks, everybody. All right, so there was a shooting that took place, and they're saying it was a rapper, right? They're saying there was some type of situation where a rapper was involved, man, where a rapper out of some other camp, and I don't want to say the name specifically, you know what I mean, was involved in the shooting or whatever. Now, nobody has substantiated that. Nobody has said that another rapper was shot in the shooting, but there definitely was a shooting, and Boosie hasn't said anything about the situation since, you know what I mean? Now, with Boosie, it's a tough situation. You got all these different things going on as far as Boosie, like I said, having one good thing happening and then one bad thing happening. It seems like he has an after party, and all the videos that he showed of himself at the after party, you could see that Boosie and the crowd were vibing, man. They were feeling it. They were doing their thing, man. It looked like they was having a great time. But then back with that, there's a shooting there allegedly, man. And to be real, there was a shooting. We don't even have to say allegedly. It's already been confirmed. But who it is and why the shooting took place is a mystery at this point. I know there's a lot of rumors out there, but man, to be factual, we don't know what took place for real. Now, we do know that it looks like Boosie is for sure kicked off that tour. Now, he hasn't said it, like invalidated that or said that he was for sure kicked off, but he has been removed from 2 different dates, and we'll see if he'll be on any future dates. But for the time being, it looks like, man, maybe these concert venues or the people who are involved with the concerts are scared away from some of this violent activity that might be following the rapper around. You feel me? Now, I hate to end on Boosie on a bad note, but that's all. I mean, that's all we've been hearing about Boosie lately. Now, what do you guys think about this, man? Do you guys think that Boosie is getting, he's just having a stroke of bad luck with all this happening? Or do you feel like with this situation with Boosie, no, Boosie did not get shot. I see y'all in the chat. No, Boosie did not get shot. Somebody else got shot at a Boosie concert. Yeah, like in the title, man. It's cool. But nah, what do y'all feel about Boosie? Do you feel like he's getting a stroke of bad luck? Or do you feel like, man, Boosie is just, he's creating this type of energy himself by either the crowd that he keeps or the music that he's making? I see nobody has an opinion on that. I feel you. Well, man, let's leave it there with Boosie and let's move on to our next subject, man. The next subject I want to talk about is gonna be Meek Mill, man. Let's talk about Meek, man. And we'll be really quick about Meek. And it's a weird situation. Because I don't think that Meek Mill's album is that bad, man. I know a lot of people aren't rocking with it. I know a lot of people aren't messing with it. But to me, the album is not that bad, man. It's not that bad. What I think is bad is the rollout for the album. I think a lot of the problems with Meek Mill's album was the rollout, man. Y'all do me a favor. Make sure y'all run them likes up as y'all come in here. And later on, keep shouting out your cities. I love to see them cities. I'll get to all of them if I can. But, man, as far as Meek Mill's album is concerned, this is the issue, right? So it's saying that Meek Mill did like 85K this week, right? Or excuse me, 95K, I think were the final predictions on the album. And I even got the numbers pulled up here. And this is based off an unsubstantiated report. But, they mainly cover hip hop, so we going to rock with it, right? Now, this is the numbers that they're saying Meek Mill did. They're saying he did 93K, and, it was the debut for the week. He still, didn't outsell Drake. And number one, I think this week was like Taylor Swift or something like that, right? So if Taylor Swift was number one, and I mean, there wasn't no way Meek was going to beat that anyway. Because if you look at the streams for Meek Mill, they were strong. His streams were strong. It's just the fact that, he was going against two beasts this week. Maybe he could have delayed the album and not put it out around the same time, or maybe he could have did a better rollout. Because it seems like, I don't know if Meek's team hasn't caught wind of this, but I definitely caught wind of this. Man, most people who have been dropping albums, it's been some kind of controversy around it. Now, I'm not saying that they making up this controversy. I'm not saying it's all fake, but I'm saying there's been some type of controversy around the album coming out. Even with Trippie Redd, he did better numbers than he was supposed to be, or he was projected, and that was based on the fact that, he had the Drake song on there where Drake was dissing Kanye. And that's facts, man. Without that song on there, do you think that Trippie Redd would have did those numbers? I doubt it, man. And for Meek to be doing these numbers after championships did like what, 225,000 or something like close to 250,000, man, that's a steep fall, man. That's a big fall. And it's not like Meek is cold out here. Like, he's still messing with the cats who really got hitters, who really got hits out here. You know what I mean? It seems like he's still got a fan base out here. So why aren't the numbers producing? And all I can say from that is the rollout, man. It's the rollout. What up, Oakland? What up, Bakersfield? Man, it's got to be the rollout, man. I'd hate to say that something as ignorant as saying like Meek Mill needs to be out there beefing with somebody or something like that, or Meek Mill needs to be causing some type of drama. But to be real, the one dude did that to him and put it on his song and made it go viral, you know what I'm saying? And I know Meek, he's in a different lane now. He's hanging out with, grown folks. Like, I'm talking about real dudes who really businessmen, like Michael Rubin, Robert Kraft. Like, it's up there. But these numbers, I don't know, man. Sad thing. What do y'all think? I see some of y'all saying, man, forget Meek. Let's roll to the next topic. I got y'all, man. I got y'all. But I just had to give my reason for why I think Meek did these numbers, man. I mean, especially after doing over 200K, that's usually the benchmark where people are like, okay, this is somebody in the game. And it's not like Meek Mill fell off anymore. It's just, man, I don't know, man. Maybe the social media hate caught up to him, or he's not listening to people, because that was one of the worst rollouts I could think of, man. His rollout just was not that sharp, man. There was nothing that pulled you into it if you weren't already a Meek fan, or you really weren't a hardcore hip hop and drill fan. It just wasn't nothing to pull you in there, man. He needed to grab those outliers, those people who are casual rap fans or fans who are hip hop fans that kind of casually kind of like Meek. He did that with championships because of his whole release from jail. Him being released from jail helped propel that. Plus, a lot of different things happened at that same time. And I hate to say it like the stars were lining up for him for championships to sell that well, but he had a Drake feature. And didn't the Eagles win the championship that year? It was like a lot going on, dog. It was a lot. So it was a lot of gravity towards Meek, man. It was a lot of energy. And this time, he just didn't have that. All right. And that's all I got to say about Meek. So, man, let's get to what we getting to. And let's really do what we're about to do, man. Because we're about to talk about somebody else in hip-hop that I want to talk about. And I know y'all want to talk about. And that's Lil Durk. You know what I mean? Lil Durk, we going to get to him. Let me get rid of this picture of Meek. But before we do that, man, let's do this. All right, man. Hopefully y'all caught that, man. That was my Lil Durk update, or my shout out to Lil Durk as we go into the Lil Durk section of this broadcast. So Lil Durk, man, let's talk about it. So Lil Durk recently, Lil Durk has had his name in the press a little bit, man. And it's a different side of the press, man. People have been talking about this situation going on with this paperwork, man. And, man, I don't want to be out here spreading any rumors. So first things first, I am not going to be dropping the name of the dude that they said is on the paperwork. But this is the post by Lil Durk. Hopefully y'all can see that. That says, basically says, paperwork flowing through Chicago. I need to read it, laughing out loud, and post it. So there's a dude who's allegedly down with Lil Durk. Well, not really down with Lil Durk per se, man. There's a dude who's supposed to be close to Lil Durk, and everybody is talking about the fact that this dude's got some paperwork out there. Now, this paperwork that everybody is talking about, it's been out there for a while. I seen it several months ago. I'm going to keep it funky, man. I've seen it several months ago. And like I said, y'all, I'm leaving dude's name out of it. I'm not saying his name because you playing dangerous games when you're saying that. Only reason I'm bringing this subject up is because Lil Durk brought the subject up. You know what I mean? I don't play street games because I ain't in the street, but I do like to report on it. You know what I mean? Now, Lil Durk put this post out there saying, paperwork flowing through Chicago. I need to read it, laughing out loud, and post it. So that would kill anybody's career if Lil Durk posted their paperwork, man. I mean, I couldn't think of a worse situation for a gangster rapper than one of the hottest rappers, if not the hottest rapper in some people's opinion, posting their paperwork on social media. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So Lil Durk took it there, man. Lil Durk definitely took it there. Now, I don't know if dudes, that paperwork or whatever is real, but I'm saying that it is floating around, and Lil Durk is even joining in on saying that he might post it. Now, the paperwork, there's names that are left out of it or whatnot, but it's basically somebody telling on somebody else from the Lil Durk's crew who's already locked up. And it's implications on a lot of people in the crew getting told on or telling. And that's just how those things go, especially when there's rumors about streets and the rappers and everybody's so stuck on, being street and sticking to a code or whatnot. Man, that's what it is, man. People go always try to find chinks in the next man's armor. Now, when I say that, I mean like dings in the next man's armor. You know what I mean? I'm not using any type of derogatory term when I say that. You know what I mean? They're always trying to find a weakness in the next person as far as street rappers go. And that's always been the case. That has always been the case. Now, has Durk legit found some paperwork on somebody? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe he's just poking fun and having fun with us. But man, I know there's a lot of videos right now that are talking about this paperwork and the paperwork situation. I'm just going to say I'm not going to substantiate it. You know what I mean? Nah, I am not going to say the name, bro. I'm not saying the name. Nah, man, we ain't doing that. Because, I'm not going to contribute to somebody potentially being in a dangerous situation, if you feel me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all run them likes up. But that's all I'm going to say about the paperwork. Lil Durk has addressed it. He put it out there on social media with that post right there. So obviously a lot of those rumors even made their way to Lil Durk and his camp. And maybe even Lil Durk and his camp are the ones putting it out there about the paperwork and somebody telling on C-Day. Yeah, man. It's like that, man. It's like that. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about Lil Durk for is, man, this right here, man. Now, Lil Durk, he's been doing this thing in this rap game, and he's starting to reap the benefits of all that, right? He's starting to reap the benefits of getting all these plaques and stuff like that, man. So let's look at this story from hotnewhiphop.com. And it basically said this. Let me take down this picture right here. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that. It says, Lil Durk shows off abundance of new gold and platinum plaques. Now, for those of you who haven't been checking out or been living under a rock lately, man, Lil Durk recently posted a whole bunch of certifications. RIAA certifications, meaning gold and platinum certifications that he has earned within the last year, man. And it's been crazy to see. Lil Durk is on a path in the rap game that, man, very few rappers will ever be able to understand or ever ride a wave like that. I mean, he literally came from behind. You know what I mean? He literally came from, being not thought of that much in hip hop to being one of the hottest rappers in the game, if not the hottest rapper in the game. So Lil Durk took to social media to show off his plaques, and in the story it says this. It says Chicago rapper Lil Durk is one of the most decorated music superstars of this year. The year ain't even over yet. Even though we're in the fourth quarter, it's not even over with yet. So take that into account. Last month, it was revealed that Durk has the most charting songs this year on Billboard's Hot 100, landing more overall entries onto the chart than Drake, Kanye West, or any other popular rapper, With that said, it's clear that Durk has added a bunch of new plaques for his walls in the studio, and he's just shown off a dozen new certifications he was handed by the RIAA, flexing his latest gold and platinum plaques. Now, basically, he said that he's going to keep going, and I want to see if they have a picture. Here's the picture right here from Lil Durk's social media where he showed off the plaques. And let's bring that up. There you go. And you can see Lil Durk RIAA certifications, Lil Durk Album Awards, Voice. Platinum Awards, single My Beyonce. That's a song that he had with Dej from a long time ago that just went up, man. Like, he had this song, My Beyonce, forever ago with Dej, and it recently went platinum. That lets you know it's been added to a lot of people's playlists, or either people have been going back to hear that song. Now, all his gold awards is where he got most of his plaques, and it says for The Voice, and these are all singles. For The Voice, he got a platinum plaque. For Backdoor, for Bora Bora, Finesse, Neighborhood Hero, Internet Sensation, Should Have Ducked, which is controversial that he got a plaque for Should Have Ducked, right? And then he's got Viral Moment, All Love, India, and Stay Down. And it looks like all under Alamo Records. And from what I hear, Lil Durk's situation with Alamo is all love. Way better than his situation he had back in the day at Def Jam, of course, right? And you can see a lot of people in the comments. You see Young Dolph, Yellow Beezy, Lil Zay Osama. They're all showing them love. You know what I mean? Giving them props. Because that's a heck of an accomplishment. And to even have more certifications or more, chart-topping songs than Drake this year, Lil Durk is doing his thing, man. You can't say you can't do nothing with dude, man. He's on a wave, man. He's on a wave like you wouldn't believe. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. And I just wanted to point that out. Now, what do you guys think? And I'm going to dip into the chat about this. What do you guys think about Lil Durk in the future? Do you think he's risen well, I can't say too far too fast, because to be real, Lil Durk plateaued early in his career, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, last year hits, he springs out of nowhere. He goes all the way to the top of hip hop. So it's like, man, what do they call that? A meteoric rise, man? So, and he's riding that wave. Do you think he'll be able to continue this? Or do you think when Drake, Kanye West, cats like that start to move on, he'll become the elder statesman in hip hop and be the guy kind of helping out the new cats who are coming in the rap game? You know what I mean? Sort of like what Lil Baby is almost transitioning into, even though they're both still young, man. They're both like really young, man. So it looks like, man, Durk's got a path ahead of him. I see y'all in here going back and forth about Durk. Yeah, man, you can't doubt the numbers, man. You can't, men lie, women lie, numbers don't, man. They say that. Now, you can alter numbers. That's the one part about that. The one caveat about that people leave out. You can definitely alter numbers, but hardcore facts and hardcore numbers you can't deny. And right now, you can't deny Lil Durk is tearing up the scene, man. He's killing it, right? All right, man. So now that we done with Lil Durk, man, let's talk about NBA Youngboy. Let's get into our NBA Youngboy debate, or update, I should say, man. And in order for us to do that, man, we're going to have to do this, man. Let's do this. Ooh, I want to usher him in the right way. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to do that. NBA Youngboy up in here. All right, man. So let's change the background. Make sure y'all... There we go. All right. So let's talk about NBA Youngboy, man. Now, for NBA Youngboy, the situation's a little different, right? He's been locked up, and we've been trying to keep track of any news of him potentially getting out of jail, man. Let's be real. Everybody wants NBA Youngboy free. That's the whole idea of what we feeling about NBA Youngboy. Everybody wants him free because the charge, it's not like, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like I don't want to make light of the charges or whatever he did and make it seem like it's all good. But to his fan base and to most people who like NBA Youngboy, it's the lesser of anything that we can see him, being put up in jail for. Let's be real, man. Like, it ain't like he's being accused of murder or something like that. And you would think with his amount of money and everything, he would have already shook this thing and been able to get up out of this, right? Well, it looks like, man, there hasn't been many updates, man. There is a lawyer, and he's called Lawyers for Workers. And I look at some of his updates because he's got access to some of the same court documents that a couple people do. And the way he breaks it down as a lawyer, it's in common terms. So that way you get an understanding of what NBA Youngboy is looking at. And recently there hasn't been any updates. Now everybody's in court this month, I believe, and that includes NBA Youngboy. So we'll see how things turn out for NBA Youngboy in the future as far as his freedom. But as far as hip hop and rap goes, NBA Youngboy is doing his thing. And you know how we go, my bad, I got happy with the NBA Youngboy update. Sorry about that. And you know how we could tell he's doing his thing? This right here. NBA Youngboy takes #1 spot on Billboard 200, dethrones Drake CLB. Now, this is a couple of days ago, and it's a story from the local news there in Baton Rouge. For those of you who are from Baton Rouge who are in the chat or whatever, you recognize that news organization. And basically, it talks about the fact that Youngboy, he basically reached #1 spot on the Billboard Top 200, and he's one of the only people to do that as a locked up person or somebody who's in jail, right? Now, Sincerely Cantrell dethroned Drake's Certified Lover Boy as #1. Now, this week, obviously, you got Taylor Swift at #1, you got Drake at #2, and you got Meek Mill at #3. But NBA Youngboy, while being locked up, earned 137,000 album equivalent units sold that week, man. This dude is a beast, man. I know it's a lot of Fredo Bang fans, a lot of TBG fans. I rock with y'all too, but you got to admit, man, this dude is a beast. Locked up. He's not even out here doing interviews. He's not able to do the normal things that people do to boost their album sales or to get people interested in the album. He's not even able to go on social media and boost up things. You know what I mean? And currently, man, let's actually get to the story. So the album earned 137,000 equivalent album units in this country in its debut, right? According to the MRC data reported by Billboard, it also earned over 186 million on-demand streams. Y'all showing up for NBA Youngboy. I love to see it. I gotta salute that. The Baton Rouge rapper is the first hip-hop artist to have a #1 album in 2019, 2020, and 2021. The only other act with the #1 album in the past 3 years is Taylor Swift. See, it's a different conversation when you start talking this type of stuff. You know what I mean? When you talk, especially, let's get into what NBA Youngboy's manager said, man. NBA Youngboy's manager basically put it out there that he feels like they've been getting blocked. Like a lot of things have been going on behind the scenes that have been blocking their success. And for him still to be getting that kind of streams, making those kind of #1s, I mean, doing a #1 for 3 years straight, come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. Now, Youngboy, real name Kentrell Gaulden, has charted 18 albums on Billboard 200 since August 2017. And August 2017, obviously, when he started to blow, right? Now, Gaulden is currently awaiting trial in St. Martin Parish Correctional Center, where he was booked on drug and weapon-related charges in April. Drake's Certified Lover Boy had moved down to #2. What about that? We don't care, right? Now, another situation that I wanted to discuss, besides the fact that NBA Youngboy is obviously out here killing it, is the fact that his fan base is so strong that they recently started a petition for NBA Youngboy. Like, they really out here trying to get NBA Youngboy back on the streets by any means possible. And I know we got some NBA Youngboy fans in the chat, and maybe y'all signed the petition too, but this is a real deal story, man, from Uprocks. Now, Uprocks put this story out, and it was basically yesterday, but a couple of hours prior, man, like right before the date passed over. And I was a surprise read, man, when I started to read it. Now, check this out. It says this. It says, Youngboy never broke again, fans. Over 100. Ooh, let me make sure I move that over for y'all to see it, right? I want y'all to make sure y'all can get a full view of that. Boom. All right, Youngboy never broke again, fans. Add over 100K signatures to a petition to free NBA Youngboy, man. So everybody who's a fan of his who went and signed the petition, salute to y'all, man. Y'all doing a lot for y'all favorite rapper. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't going overboard. That's showing mad love. Now, what do you guys think about that? Do y'all think that there's a point where fans could go a little too far, Or is signing a petition just the easiest thing you could do to try to get your favorite rapper free? I'm sure there's a lot of rappers who wish they had a fan base that strong. When you take account the last story of all the number ones, of all the streams of his album going number one while he's arrested, come on, dog. This dude's got a following like you wouldn't believe. And I even think DJ Academics had mentioned that for a second. He was talking about how he's pretty much got the youth. Now, the story goes on to say some interesting things. It says, Youngboy Never Broke Again, also called NBA Youngboy, to the chagrin of sports leagues operators, has hit number one on Billboard albums chart once again with his new album, Sincerely Kentrell. It's a feat made more impressive by the fact that he's gotten little to no radio play, according to the New York Times, and that NBA Youngboy himself was unavailable to promote the album due to his March arrest on federal gun charges. However, his loyal fans who helped stream the album to the top of the chart have a plan to get him out. A Change.org petition, Joe Biden needs to free NBA Youngboy, has racked up over 100,000 signatures under the belief that Mr. Golden, Youngboy's real name, would see this as a great opportunity to commemorate, I'm not sure about that one, himself as a person and an artist. The petition's writer, going by Youngboy supporter, so whoever put this petition out there, they hold tag as Youngboy supporter, contends that the 21-year-old 79 RAAA certifications holder isn't a menace to society, but is instead a kind-hearted soul who was mistreated and targeted by the FBI and Louisiana Police Department. Perhaps the petition was inspired by the recent pardonings of other artists. We can't say that one name. Now, kind-hearted or not, though, the rapper's lengthy list of legal issues certainly includes more than its fair share of accusations of, crimes. In 2016, he was arrested for 2 counts of attempted murder, pleading guilty to a reduced charge of aggravated assault with a firearm, and receiving a suspended 10-year prison term against 3 years of active probation. He was arrested again in 2018 on assault charges when a hotel camera caught him, his girlfriend. And man, we don't want to talk about that because we know what's going to go with this video if we do that. Now, we're not condoning any of that behavior or anything like that, but that's just a look at all the charges that have been levied against NBA Youngboy in the last 5 years, to say, man. He already had one charge that got downgraded. And remember, he was told that he could leave the city of Baton Rouge, move somewhere else, and he moved to Texas. And that way, it was some type of special stipulation, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that way they could kind of clean the slate with him. Like he was a free dude from that, basically, He just had like some sort of conditions under his release, but it was all good for NBA Youngboy, right? Now, in 2019, his probation on the downgraded attempted murder charges ended with a 14-month ban of him performing. But he was sentenced to a year of probation in his later assault case. Then in September 2020, he was arrested along with 15 others in his native Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and charged with distribution and manufacturing of drugs and possession of stolen firearms. Now, this is the one that everybody's calling that trumped up charge, because the September charge is what led to everything we're seeing now. His March arrest this year on federal charges stemming from the same case reportedly came after a car chase and foot pursuit in which K9 officers tracked him and as he hid out, man. So that's the whole scene in LA. That's how we got to this point. And it looks like somebody took it on themselves to make a petition and say, man, let's free NBA Youngboy on our own if he can't be freed by the system. Now, at that point, that's some real deal fan love, man. I'm pretty sure any rapper in the game would love some type of fan appreciation like that. I mean, NBA Youngboy obviously got a different type of fans. They gonna go out there and basically sign a petition to get dude free. I'd love that, man. I know anybody would love that type of support. Now, what do y'all think, man? Do y'all think that NBA Youngboy will definitely be back out on the streets before we know it? Or with these charges that are levied against him, or the charges that he's got right now, I think it's 2 of them. One is a firearm offense. They're both firearm offenses. One is like a concealed, the other's an unconcealed, and it all dates back to that arrest with him and his whole crew, with the 15 people, man. So it's looking like, man, NBA Youngboy, no matter what, has that to deal with. It's going to be a situation where he's going to be dealing with that case, and that'll be his only way to to finally put this thing to rest and for us to understand what's going to be the deal. You know, if he's going to be free or not. Because right now, his fans are in limbo, and they're so much in limbo, they signing petitions to get this brother free. I ain't mad at it, though, man. What y'all think? All right, man. Now, let's dip in the chat. And make sure y'all go ahead and shout out your cities, because we about to wrap it up in a second here. And everybody who's in here, we got over 300 people. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Run them likes up, man. What y'all think about NBA Youngboy? And his case is back in Louisiana. Yes. So... and he's going against a federal judge. I mean, not going against, but he's been seeing a federal judge who hasn't seemed like they were going to let up at all. Because remember, his bond condition got let down as well. They told him his bond was not going to be approved, so he can't even get bond. And it seems like a lot of these situations involving NBA Youngboy, things haven't been going his way as far as the legal situation is concerned. You know what I mean? Y'all think he's getting out on probation? Y'all believe NBA Youngboy is getting out on probation, man? I don't know, man. At this stage, he was already on probation, so I don't know, man. That might be a tall order. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. I'm not sure. Y'all think he's getting out on probation? I've seen that a couple of times. All right, man. I don't know. That would be the best situation. If he gets out on probation, he'll be able to at least be home, and I don't know what will be the stipulations. Because even with like Kodak Black's case, a lot of the stipulations on some of these cases have been pretty crazy, man. Like they're like some of the rules for some of these guys have been tailor-made to the rappers. I'll say that much. Because, you know, your cousin, whoever, you know, if he got them same cases, the release of his condition would be more clear and cut. Sometimes it seems like some of these release conditions are there to trip the rapper up. That way you know they're going back. Well, let's be fair, man. If they don't break the crime, they wouldn't be in that case, in that situation. And if they didn't, man, and if they knew they had conditions and they break them, then they, you know what I'm saying, they're really playing with their own freedom, you know, at that point. I don't know. Man, I can't believe we ran through all 4 topics that quick. Make sure y'all shout y'all cities in the chat. But that's all I had this week, man. Next Saturday, same time, we're going to be doing the same thing. And for everybody who's stuck around here, who's here at the end, do me a favor. Make sure y'all run them likes up, man. Them things is important for some reason, man. The YouTube algorithm loves them. That's why they're important. So run them likes up and do me a favor, man. Make sure y'all shout y'all cities out in the chat on your way out, so that way I can get a couple of y'all, man. Unless you already shouted it out. Facts. Okay. I see y'all. All right. Yeah. It's a federal case, correct? Yeah. All right. Now with that, man, so we don't have any dead air, do me a favor. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell, so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content or every time I go live. And this your boy Big Man, man, and we out of here. Peace.